To understand YN, let's get into YN's past. When I was young, flashback. 15 years ago, YN is studying in her room, YN's mom and dad shouting at each other in the hall. While listening to their conversation, YN's heart clenches. Soon her tears started to betray her, and her tears started to fall on the book which she was reading. She wiped her tears, but her tears continuously falling, and her tears drop is making YN's book wet. Then she took cotton from her table and put it on her both ears and started reading little loudly to avoid the noise. Time skipped to next day. YN's mom, what will we eat now? You didn't even bring food for us. Give me some money. I will buy some food. YN's dad, I don't have any money with me. YN's mom shouting, for drink you have so much money, but for food you don't have any money? YN's dad, you also do work. Where did your money go, huh? YN's mom, I pay her school and tuition fee. How will I manage to food and her monthly expenses? And you took the money I have raised with me, she said, shouting. YN's dad, how dare you to say me thief? He said, jerking. YN is peeking at her parents from the door while hiding. YN thought if she went to save her mother, her dad will beat her too. What can you expect from a 13 years old child? YN's mom, leave me please, you are hurting me. YN dad, I will kill you if you again say that. With that, he jerked her with force, making her fall on the ground, and he left cursing her. This everyday routine, they fight with each other for money without caring about their child, and sometimes he forces himself on her mother, and YN is getting raised like this. Being ice and YN, as YN father left, YN come running to her mother and hug her. YN, I will not go to school, Amma, and will not ask for money, but don't cry please. YN hug her mother tightly, but she pulled her away. YN's mom, stay away from me. You bring unfortunate to me. You snatch my husband from me. After your birth, he is like this. He used to love me so much, but because of you, she closed her eyes, letting her tears fall. Go and die. Why are you here? Please, she shouted at YN. He asked. He used to love me and care for me, but because of you, she mumbled again and again, making YN feel hurt. YN, Imma, she said. YN's mom, I wish I could have killed you with my own hand when you had born. That little soul didn't even know the weight of her word. But as she was growing, she started to know about it and started to hate her mother and father both. Time skipped to 2 years. YN is very happy today as it's her birthday today. YN hugging herself said, happy birthday YN, wishing myself so much happiness. She went happily to school and come home. She is happy because her father didn't had come home from 2 days. That's why everything is... She is feeling is peaceful and calm. YN, Emma, have you come? She stopped as she saw her mother begging a girl. YN mom, please Jisung, leave him. He has one 15 years girl, at least think of his child. YN dad while dragging her out. YN dad, leave my house, you ugly witch. Look at yourself and look at her, how beautiful she is. She is beautiful like angel. YN mom, how can you say that? You loved me, then we got married. YN's dad, of course I loved you, but you made me away from you. After giving birth of YN, you didn't even maintain yourself, and you are blaming me for falling out of love. My love for you died. Stop blaming me for everything. I can't love a ugly bitch like you. And above of that, she is more teacher than you, who will provide me everything. YN shouted, shut up, just shut up. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you so much. You never gave her happiness. How dare you to say this much harsh thing to her? She is more than beautiful than you. You're this scary and horrible. Before YN said further, she got hard slap on her face, making her fall on the ground. YN sitting on the ground, glaring at her father. He was again about to hit her, but YN mom saved her. YN's dad, this is because of you. If you didn't had born, she must be beautiful like before, but because of you, she become ugly. Her body become big. YN's dad, get lost from my sight and never show me your faces. He shouted on them with tip of his lungs and dragging his second wife inside. YN mom sit on the door begging as YN's father closed the door on YN's mom's face. Let's go, Emma. Please, let's go. He will not open the door. But before she completed, her mother pushed her harshly away from YN's mom. Go away. Just please go away. From me, from our life. Because of you, he fall out of love from me. He loved me so much. Because you born, you bring unfortunate to me. Because of you, he started hating me. If I gave him money instead of you, he might still love me. YN, Emma, What are you saying? Ryan said while crying. Ryan's mom, go away. If I will give him money, he will start loving me, she said, wiping her tears. Flashback ended. Ryan, and that day I lost my mother, father for forever. For forever, she whispered the last word again. Ryan wiped her tears, controlling her soul, which is becoming harder for her to control. The fight and the separation between them is still with me, and the fight for money, food, expenses of me is like burden to my mother, and the scene of their fight always run on my mind like it happened just some day ago. At the end, I hurted you and our child both, and made a place where only hate. She paused. I earned it by myself. Do you think I didn't want to become mother? I wanted to. I always wanted to become a mother. But after knowing I exactly look like my mother and physical appearance, everything like her, I thought her fate will also chase me. But no, this time I made each mistake and made you hate me. I'm always hungry for love and will forever. I never got love from my father, mother, and I thought if I won't be able to earn money, then you will leave me, and I desperately wanted you to stay and your love for me forever. She paused for some time, then looked at Jungkook's facial feature, then she again started to talk with a man sleeping next to her who someday was her husband. When I was pregnant, I thought after giving birth of our child, you will leave us like my father does. You confessed to me barely 4-5 months ago when I was pregnant. How could I trust you? You were my that beautiful dream which is too good to be possible. I have seen love for people faded. Eventually, people left from the relation they built together from years. Maybe for them it was easy, but for me it was scars. My mother had love marriage, still she got betrayed. Inside me there is a little Ryan who still wants that love, care and affection. She wanted to smile her heart's content. She wanted to feel safe and protected. She wanted to feel that someone is there who will not abandon her, who will stay by her side forever. Somehow I started to accept I will not get anything but. She paused and looked at Jungkook's face and caressed his face with gentleness, having little smile on her face. Then you came and made me believe that dream of a beautiful life. I never wanted to hurt you. When I started hurting you, I ran. I was hurting you and you feel disgusted by me, which started hurting me more. I feel like my existence in this world is worthless. I see you devastated because of me. I feel suffocated even in my deathbed. I won't think of hurting you intensely. Trust me, Jungkook, when I ran away. I don't know, our son Jungsu is growing inside me. If I had known that he is in me, I would have stayed with you forever, bearing your whole hate towards me. And when I got to know about him, we are far away from each other. I never wanted to snatch him from you, never. I know you will never going to believe me, but it's truth. If you and Jungsu want, I will never come in your way. I will go far from you both. Her throat get heavy as she is saying really hard words. If it bring happiness to you, I never your happiness enemy, Jungkook. Ryan caresses his hair gently with lots of love. She kissed his head and again smiled painfully, still praying for their happiness, and had gratitude for Jungkook. Ryan in mind, thank you for becoming the first one who loved me unconditionally, but I am bad who gave you so much pain. Maybe I really don't deserve that love, care and affection. Ryan mumbled that last sentence looking at Jungkook's face, then she slept beside Jungkook while sitting on the floor near Jungkook. Still their hands are linked together under her head. Next day, Ryan woke up and see the watch. It's already 9 o'clock in the morning. Ryan looked at Jungkook, who is sleeping in the same position, totally unaware of his surroundings. Ryan slowly grazes his head and said, Ryan, maybe I will never able to say this after that. Ryan, maybe I will never able to say that after that. Jungkook, I love you so much. I know you hate me now, but still I love you so much. And again her tears left her eyes, then she ran from there, and again a tear slipped from Jungkook's eyes too. Time skipped to noon. Ryan had already picked Jungkook from the school trip. As his teacher said, he was missing his parents so much and was crying there, so they allowed Jungkook to come home. Ryan took him back and made him sleep on her room as Jungkook is sleeping in Jungkook's room. Ryan is setting the table when she heard footsteps of Jungkook, who is carrying Jungkook. She looked toward him but instantly looked down, not making any eye contact with Jungkook. Ryan, go freshen up. We will eat lunch after that. Jungkook, Amma, Appa said he is going back to his Amma, Appa. Ryan shockingly looked at him as Jungkook is already in his suit and Jungsu too. She thought they will leave today itself. As their eyes meet with each other, it's like Jungkook just wanted to read her thoughts. Ryan broke the eye contact as she knows if she look at him some more minutes she will lose and ended up crying in front of him, which she really doesn't want. Jungkook put Jungsu on the floor from his arms. Jungsu ran to her mother and hugged her legs. Jungsu, Oma, can we also go with him? Wayan picked her up in her arms and turned. Wayan, let's eat lunch, then I will pack your stuff. You said with a smile hiding your pain. Jungkook scoffed. Jungkook whispered, will she ever able to understand me? And he smiled a little. Wayan, Jungkook, she asked in her normal voice. For a moment he stopped listening his name from her, but after realizing he started eating again. Jungkook, Wayan, when are you both going? Jungkook coldly. Why? Do you perhaps have any problem staying me here? Wayan, no. Jungkook is feeding Jungsu. Time skipped to night. Wayan, after tucking Jungsu, she come to rooftop. She was sitting on the edge. Her legs are falling in air. Wayan, will I able to live without them? Wayan, but I deserve this. She answered her own question, making her own heart ache, letting her tears fall freely after some time. Jungkook had come after checking Wayan in her room. Jungkook chuckled. Instead of sharing or talking to anyone, she will stay and sit alone, then do whatever she thought. Jungkook knows that Wayan will never share her pain with him, as she thought it only her battle to fight with. The conflict between them is only because of her, and she will choose the hardest punishment for herself and fight alone. Jungkook, is this much hard to talk to me for you, Wayan, that you choose to stay silent? Jungkook silently go to her and sit beside her. As she felt his presence, she wiped her tears looking other side. Jungkook, you don't have to. Wayan, Jungkook, you don't have to hide your tears from me, Wayan. Wayan, sorry. They silently stay there looking at the sky. Jungkook, Wayan, Jungkook, will it be okay if you kiss my hair while I put my head on your lap? It's paining. Jungkook. Wayan breath hitched when he said that, and again tears rolled down her eyes. Wayan, she said, nodding her head while she pressed her lips to suppress her tears. Jungkook, ignoring her tears, lay on her lap, closing his eyes, and she started massaging her head gently. Jungkook, do you know, Wayan, when you left me, I used to think that why I behaved like jerk. If I wasn't behaved like that, you must be with me. Then I realized it should be your decision, only yours, that you wanted to have child or not. I'm sorry, Wayan, I'm sorry for forcing you. If you can forgive me, then please forgive me. I would have respect your decision. Wayan, no, Jungkook. Jungkook, let me complete first, and thank you for bringing Jungsu to the world. I know it must be hard for you, but you did. I respect you that you are really a strong woman, but at least you have once talked to me about your problem. Is it always hard for you to talk, Wayan? Isn't it irony that this is the first time we talk like this, and we have 5 years child together? He smiled painfully. Why you never share your thoughts with me? Why you never shouted at me? Why you never claim me as yours like other wife? Why we are so far from each other, Wayan? He asked, as tears are also slipping from his eyes to Wayan's lap. After Wayan, Jungkook, did you ever love me? As this word escaped his mouth, a loud sob left echoed in the silent surrounding. Wayan, Jungkook, her voice cracked. I was pregnant with twins at first. I was going to keep them when doctor said that I am pregnant with 2 babies. I'm not killer, Jungkook. For some moments she put her hand on her belly, and I was going to tell the news, but they are so tiny, Jungkook, but I couldn't able to save them. Wayan, trust me. Jungkook, I swear I didn't kill them. Trust me, please. Wayan, tears is falling like rain, which she is wiping until, but some tears are falling in Jungkook's cheek as her sob started getting louder. Wayan, I'm going, Jungkook. I need to wake up early. Wayan started to walk, but Jungkook held her hand from behind and hugged her, which made her cry louder, and soon the environment filled with Wayan's sob and sorrow. which made Jungkook cry too. The scene in front of Jungkook was not so pleasant. Till today he heard her crying but never able to wipe her tears. But today, after 7 years of their marriage, today he hugged her to comfort her with his knowing he would surely wipe her tears, but maybe she doesn't have enough courage to cry in front of him to let him wipe her tears. Jungkook patting her back, wipe his own tear. His throat was dry to even say something to her. So he let her cry as much as she wanted. Ryan mumbled, and that day again, she hiccuped again and again while stuttering. Again I lost my everything. While saying her grip on Jungkook getting tighter and tighter, so too Jungkook, to make her comfortable, tightened his grip on her. Ryan calmed down and come out of his hug, taking deep breath. Ryan, keep Jungkook with you, Jungkook. Let's not drag this topic to the court. Don't think I don't love him. I do. I really do. I swear I do. She said, making him believe like a little child. I promise I will never claim him as mine. He will be yours forever. She hiccuped, looking down, while Jungkook just looked at her with unknown emotion. I will go far from you both. Time skipped to the day Jungkook going back with Jungsu. From that day, neither Jungkook talked about past nor Ryan, nor he asked about Jungsu. Ryan is lazily packing Jungsu's belongings, putting a stone on her chest. Jungkook, Ryan, Jungkook, we will leaving in night at 9 p.m. so be ready. Ryan nodded her head, looking down. Jungkook is about to go. Then Ryan said to Jungkook, Ryan, can we go out today like family? She whispered. Jungkook heard but pretended to unheard him. Ryan looking down. Can I go out with Jungkook, please? Jungkook's heart sank as she is taking permission from him to take her child. He can feel the pain of her because first he is also a father and the girl who is asking is the one he loved truly somewhere in life. Jungkook, but come on time. In this whole conversation, Ryan is looking down and Jungkook is at Ryan. Time is skip after breakfast. Ryan is ready to go with Jungkook. Then Jungkook also come getting ready. Jungkook hug her father. Jungkook picked him up in his arms. Let's go with us up, please, he said with pleading eyes. Jungsu, let's go or else I will not talk to you, he said with a pout. Jungsu, okay my drama king, let's go. Ryan is about to sit on the car's back seat, but Jungsu pulled her hand and made her sit on the front seat and started to buckle her seat belt, but he couldn't. Then watching his son struggling, she tried to help, but just then Jungkook tried to help. Their hands touched with each other. Ryan pulled back her hand and said, I'm sorry. Jungkook didn't say anything and buckled her seat well and teaches Jungkook too. Ryan in mind watching them, he will be the best dad one can ever get. Her thought disappeared by the car's starting and Jungsu's clapping sound. Jungsu, yay, he said laughing. Jungsu, where will you take us first? Let's go to amusement park. We will have fun and click so much picture. Then we will go to park and we will play. Mama said, you are good player. You don't like to lose. Then we will have dinner. Then we will watch a movie. Right, Mama? Ryan smiled at her son who planned everything. Jungkook saw Ryan smiling at Jungsu's dog, which he's seen nearly in these years, or else she is lost somewhere in her thoughts. Jungkook in mind. If you weren't had run with our Jungsu, we might be a happy family, but sadly we are not. He also smiled painfully. They reached the destination with Jungsu's cute little dog. Ryan, as we came out, Jungkook again come towards my door and open it like always. It feels like he never forget to care about me, but sadly we are no longer the same. Time skipped to park. Jungkook, yeah, Ryan held him. Don't let him run. This little devil tricked me. Jungsu, Appa, catch me if you could. I am my mother's strong and big boy. You can't win against me, right, Amma? Ryan, yes, son. Ryan saw Jungsu is about to catch him while engaging him into conversation. Ryan, Jungsu, run or else he will catch you. He's making you fool. Ryan said laughingly. And for Jungkook, this scene is overwhelming for him. This is the family he always dreamed for, a happy, loving family. Jungsu, yeah, Appa, you are big now. Why are you cheating? Don't you have stamina to catch me? He said while running. I'm not cheating. You are a cheater, little John. Just get caught. I will show you who is cheating and who is cheater here. Jungsu, while jumping around her mother, my Appa is a cheater. Cheater. Jungkook, you little John, once you are on my hand and you are gone for sure. Ryan, move aside. Jungkook, sticking his tongue to his dad while moving left and right, holding Ryan's waist. The whole family is giggling, laughing at each other. Just then Jungsu gets caught by his dad. Jungkook, what are you saying? Catch me, look at yourself. Where are you? Jungsu kissed Jungkook's cheeks while blinking his eyes, cutely sitting on his lap. Jungsu, okay, muscle bunny, you are the winner. Jungkook, wow, you know how to get sympathy and how to make other guilty, right? Jungsu, no, Appa. Oma says losing from loved one is also happiness, and I am happy. Jungkook brushing his hair while looking at Ryan with his smile. Then he kissed Jungsu's forehead. They came back home. Ryan is looking at the photos which they took today. Ryan caresses their photos. She wipes her tears. Ryan, I will miss you. Ryan closed the last bag of Jungsu's bag with heavy heart. She came down with Jungkook and Jungsu is ready to leave the house. Ryan's heart is aching badly inside her hands and feet is getting cold due to fear that she will never able to see them again. Jungkook is putting all the luggage on the trunk while Jungsu is very happy to meet his family. Ryan is holding Jungsu's hand. Jungkook, Jungsu, sit on the car. We will leave now. Jungsu removed his hand slowly from Ryan's hand. As he fully removed his hand from Ryan tightly clutches her dress and curled her feet fingers. Jungsu, Oma, I'm going. Ryan just stand still. Neither she said anything to Jungkook nor Jungsu. As Jungkook is about to sit, Jungkook turned to the boys. Can I hug him, please? Just once, please, she said to Jungkook, almost begging, pleading. It is not like Jungkook stopped her, but now she thinks Jungkook is not hers anymore. Jungkook nodded his head, pressing his lips tightly. Jungkook, while shaking his head, and he sit on the car. Ryan ran to Jungsu and hugged him tightly. Ryan broken down in tears, hugging her son tightly. Ryan kissing Jungsu's whole, watching his every feature for a while. Jungsu wiping her tears. Jungsu, don't cry, Oma, please. If you cry, I will also cry. His eyes also filled with tears as her Oma is crying. Ryan shook her head as no while wiping Jungsu's unshedded tear before it fall down. Don't, son, your tears are too precious to fall for someone like me. Jungsu didn't understand but wiped her falling tears again. Then you should also not cry, Amma. Jungkook saw their moment and felt waves of emotion running to him. He also knew what he is doing. Jungsu, come fast or else we will get late. Ryan hears him while wiping her tears and